Hey, gentlemen.
Hey, Speaker.
Appreciate it. Good to see y'all.
Hey, so is Congresswoman and a friend of ours,
Yeah, reopen the government so we can get back to work.
I mean, but this
that's great.
excuse just keeps on moving.
Yeah,
but
no.
It's not great if you want representation.
Not last week.
no,
there
There's
was a reason-
750.
Wait, let me answer the question.
We got a 1-year extension. Why don't we sign on right
Let me
now?
ask you a question.
Why don't we sign
did you
on
get
right
permission
now?
from your boss?
Why don't we sign on right now?
Did your boss, Donald
You
Trump?
can easily extend
Did
the
your
ACA
did your
right
boss,
now.
Donald Trump,
He's
give
not
you
my
permission?
boss.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. And by the way,
So let me ask you a
why
question.
did you vote to
Let me
shut
ask
the
you a
government
question.
down?
You
Why
know
did
I-
you vote to shut it
Let me
down?
ask you a question.
For years, you always lectured about how we need to keep the government open.
You're making a show of this to
No,
make
it's
yourself
sad.
relevant.
It's sad. You could
It's
easily
an
sign on to
You're
this.
embarrassing
You
yourself
could
right
sign
now.
on to this. The only
You're
embarrassment
chasing
here is
clout.
you.
You're an
You
embarrassment.
could sign on to the bill.
Let me ask you a question.
You have 4 Democrats on here.
Well, what up, my fellow common sense revolutionaries, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Nonsense with your boy, OG Big Meaty, y'all. Check this out, y'all. On today's show, y'all, is day 9 of the government shutdown, y'all. And contention is rising and chaos is brewing, y'all. Check this out, y'all. Over the weekend, we had 2 Democratic Arizona senators confronted by House Speaker Republican Mike Johnson in the halls of Congress for grandstanding in front of his office, y'all. You guys gotta see this one. And also, in that same day, that same day, in that same congressional rotunda, y'all, we hear Republican Representative Mike Lawyer being confronted by Democratic Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, y'all. And this one gets heated, man. Listen, man, y'all gotta stay tuned to check this out, because if you guys manage to make it through this video, man, I'm gonna make all this shit make sense to y'all. I'm gonna pull out the receipts and show you guys what this government shutdown is really about. And hint, hint, it's not about the American people, y'all. So y'all, let's get ready and let go.
About the healthcare of millions of Americans just being driven off a cliff. And the reason this is going to happen is because the guy who works in this office right here is keeping all of his Republican colleagues, his caucus, on an extended summer vacation. He will not come back to negotiate with us. We are ready. Ruben and I are here to talk about these issues seriously, to try to get something done, to then get the government reopened after we fix this healthcare crisis.
Oh, hey, gentlemen.
Hey, Speaker.
Appreciate it. Good to see y'all.
Hey, so is Congresswoman.
Now listen, y'all. It's obvious they was not expecting that. They was not expecting that. Boy, they talking about, man, as you can see, the speaker's not around. We're in Washington to negotiate this Affordable Health Care Act. They doing all they fucking liberal spiel, man. And lo and behold, House Speaker, Republican Mike Johnson, comes and greets his lovely Democratic peers. Let's see how this goes, y'all.
Open the government so we can get back to work.
I mean, but this
that's great.
excuse just keeps on moving.
Yeah, no.
It's not great if you want representation.
Not last week.
no,
there
There's
was a reason-
750.
Wait, answer the question. We're happy that she got elected. She's filling her father's seat. That's fantastic. We have a long tradition here and a process of how we administer the oath to a member. You know, you served here for a while. We're going to do that as soon as we get back to work.
You served here for a while.
So we encourage both of you to go open the government. So I am anxious to administer the oath to her.
Which is
As
this
soon as you guys vote to open the government.
You don't want to be on absentee discharge. How much?
It's totally absurd. You guys are experts at red herrings.
I'm talking about experts at Red Hair. Man, you guys just was telling the press that you guys was here to negotiate affordable health care. Then you guys went to creating a special section to get this special elected person sworn in. Then you guys saying it's about Epstein. Like, what are you guys in front of the speaker's office grandstanding about? Can you guys please Clarify that for us. Because right now, you guys are all over the place. But of course, Speaker Johnson, in his own calm, cool, and collective way, sets the record straight. Lego.
There's nothing to do with Epstein. The House Oversight Committee is working on the Epstein files right now, releasing 34,000 pages and more on the way.
You know she's key to
Let me
that
finish,
district
let me
petition.
finish. The House
You
Oversight
just
Committee.
keep coming up with excuses. This is an excuse, so she doesn't sign on.
Dude, will you stop interrupting? Fucking emotional
The
girl.
government is closed down and you guys made the decision.
Actually, no.
You waited 5 times
Mike,
to
I
keep the
got a
government
question.
closed. Yes, yes.
Why don't we do this? Why don't you bring back your Republican members so we can have this
Watch this, y'all.
We're gonna have plenty of negotiations as
Well,
soon as you open the government.
why don't we
Let me
bring
tell you
it
why
back?
they're not here, because the House did its job. Oh, hey.
Oh,
They did it.
look. I do got some of my colleagues here. Here's Mike right here.
Voted multiple times to keep the government shut down, okay? The Republican members from Arizona voted to keep the government open. So don't sit here and try to lecture us about whether or not we did our job. We did our job, you did not. Oh, you mean the bill that I'm signed on to extend it? Oh, yeah, cute, right, because you know what? We actually put forth legislation to do it. You guys just keep pontificating. How about you go down the hall?
Pontificating. Like this is how you scold these little kids. This is what you're supposed to do with these little brats. Like, what is wrong with you people? I understand that Mike Johnson, because he is one of my favorite conservative Americans. I will be honest with you, because I love, as a leader, how he's calm and always practical. Like, he never, ever, ever, man, gets rattled. You know what I'm saying? He's always on message, man. He's always on point. He's always sound and practical, man. This is why he's one of my favorite politicians. Now, Mike Lawler is soon becoming one of my favorites. Because I think I'm going to have to name him Lawler the Brawler. Because he the brawler. I'm talking about Lawler the Brawler. That's your nickname, Representative Lawler. Lawler the Brawler. That boy ain't reserving no heat for none of these beta-bred liberal losers. Let's go.
Have a go vote to open the government up. That would be great.
Guys, we gotta get the government open and turn the lights on so we can get everybody back here.
Stop covering up for the pedophiles.
There's not, that's ridiculous.
Nobody's covering up for pedophiles.
He's saying they're covering up for pedophiles. Look at that.
You know that she is.
That's such an ignorant outburst. That's so demonstrative of how girly and emotional these Democratic men are. That's such a demonstration of that, man. We're sitting here, man, in the hall, in the rotunda of the congressional building. You're talking to the leader of the House of Representatives, man. And you're applying that they're protecting pedophiles when you guys should be conducting the American business? These are terrible. You guys are ridiculous, man. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to work. These gentlemen had a publicity stunt here. You see the issue. They need to go and vote to reopen the government.
Get your
Plain and
people back.
simple.
One of the
Get your
The House has done its work. Every single Republican in the House but one voted to keep the government open, to make sure TSA agents, Border Patrol agents,
And even if they
The-
do
the troops
anything,
and everybody
they're
else
not
are
here
paying.
next week, even if we strike a deal. You gotta-
and
you
the
gotta come
Democrats
back.
have voted repeatedly to keep the government closed. Plain and simple. That
Premiums
is the
are gonna go
issue.
up.
First things first, open the government. We'll get back to work.
Thanks
gonna
a lot.
cost
Thanks for
more.
visiting.
Really about protecting the people, then why are you guys in the House of Congress just grandstanding, showing out for press? This is all you guys are. You guys are nothing but propagandists. You guys always talking loud, saying a whole bunch of nothing. That's who all you liberal losers are. And it's sad and ridiculous, y'all, because the American people are suffering as a result of you people anti-American ideology. People need to be exiled or something. It's just ridiculous the way y'all hate this country. But I'm glad, man, we have representation and leadership, man, strong like Mike Johnson and strong like Representative Mike Lawler, the Brawler. and I'm finna show you guys why I'm calling him Mike Lawler, the Brawler, y'all. Because watch what happens when he confronts Minority Speaker Democrat Hakeem Jeffries in this same congressional rotunda, y'all. This one get heated. Check this out, y'all.
On your extension, why don't we
Did
sign
you-
on right
Let me
now?
ask you a question.
Why don't we sign on
get
right
permission
now?
from your boss?
Why don't we sign on right now?
Did your boss, Donald Trump?
You can easily extend
Did
the
your
ACA
did your
right
boss,
now.
Donald Trump,
He's
give
not
you
my
permission?
boss.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. And by the way,
So let me ask
you vote to
let me
shut
ask
the
you a
government
question.
down.
You
Why
know
did
I-
you vote to shut it
Let
down?
me ask you a question.
For years, you always lectured about how we need to keep the government open.
You're making a show of this to
No,
make
it's
yourself
sad.
relevant.
It's sad. You could
It's
easily
an
sign on to
You're
this.
embarrassing
You
yourself
could
right
sign
now.
on to this. The only
You're
embarrassment
chasing
here is
clout.
you.
You're an
You
embarrassment.
could sign on to the bill.
Let me ask you a question.
You have 4 Democrats on here.
Let me
Why
ask you a
won't you
question.
sign
Let
on
me ask
to
you a
it?
question.
It's a
Let
clean
me ask
extension
you a
for 1
question.
year.
You voted for the one big
Clean
ugly bill,
extension.
correct?
I voted for a
The
tax cut
largest-
bill that gave the
the
largest
largest
tax
cut-
cut
the
to
largest-
Americans in history,
the
including, by
largest-
the way, the average New Yorker getting a $4,000 tax cut. Are you against that?
You're
Are you against that? Listen, man, listen. I'm telling y'all, dude, these guys are always in their girl bodies. They can never have a logical debate. It's always going to be name calling, insult throwing, or you're tap dancing for Trump. You guys are slaves for Trump. Like they never want to have a logical debate. Like because they can't, y'all. They have no position, y'all. All they have is Trump derangement. That's it. That's all.
embarrassing
Do you want
yourself
to
right
want
now.
to cut the standard deduction in
The
half? Is that
largest
what you
cut
wanted
to
to do?
Medicaid in
No, we
American
voted
history.
out
You voted
waste,
for that.
fraud, and abuse, by the
You
way.
voted
Tom DiNapoli, the
for a
Democratic
permanent-
control
Waste.
New
Let me
York,
ask you a question.
pointed out that $1.2
If
billion
you're
were
gonna-
wasted.
Listen, you're not gonna
wasted,
you're not gonna talk. You're not gonna talk to
wasted
me. You're not
on
gonna talk to me
fraud
and talk
and
over
non-New
me
York residents
because you don't
getting
want to
paid.
hear what I have to say.
Oh, I'm
So
listening.
why don't
Go
you
ahead.
just keep your mouth shut?
Oh,
because you
is
showed
that-
up.
is that the way to
you
talk?
showed up.
Right. I mean, that's what I mean. Dude, is that the way to talk to one of your peers? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. These guys have no logic to turn to. All they have is emotions. And watch, he still goes on and answered no question. He's just still like he's just still hurling insults. Watch, he answers no questions. And you tell me who's doing the clout chasing here. Let's go.
You showed up.
Yeah.
And so you voted for this one
I
big
signed
ugly
on
bill.
to this. You can extend it
A
right now.
permanent extension of massive tax breaks for your billionaire donors.
So 90% of
So
Americans.
they can get a permanent extension.
90% of
but
Americans
working
take the
class
standard
Americans
deduction.
can't? Is that right?
90% of Americans take the standard deduction,
Is that right?
If you had your way, the standard deduction would have been cut in half. That
No
would have been a
one-
massive tax increase
one-
on Americans all across the country.
You're
You support
here,
that?
unfortunately,
You're against
to do
lifting the cap on
bidding
salt?
of your billionaire donors.
The
That's
billionaire
unfortunate.
donors, lifting the
That's
cap on
correct.
salt, we put a income cap in place.
Why are you here right now?
An
Where
income
the
cap.
re- where the
Well,
rest
didn't
of
you
your
want all
Republican
Republicans?
Listen, this guy is the leader of the Democratic Party in the House of Representatives. This is you guys' leadership. This guy sounds like a little boy at the playground in elementary school, arguing back and forth. Give me the ball. Give me back my ball. It's my ball. No, it's my ball. No, it's the school ball. Like this is y'all leadership. Democrats, you guys ought to be ashamed. Ashamed.
To be here?
Where
I'm
the rest?
here.
Where are the rest of your
You
Republican
wanted
colleagues?
Republicans to be here. I'm here.
Why are you
And
here?
by the way,
What-
you can
what-
pass an ACA extension right now. Sign
your
on to
boss-
this bill.
did your boss
Sign
Donald
on
Trump-
to the bill.
Is your boss Donald Trump behind that? yet?
HR 5145. Why don't you get on it?
Mike, is your boss Donald Trump behind that?
Why
yet?
won't you get on it?
Because you don't work for the American people.
Oh, I do.
It's your boss behind it because you don't work for the American people. Brother, if you point a finger, three's pointed at you. Because we know you guys don't represent for the American people. We know you guys are being puppeteered. I guarantee that you have a boss that you answer to. Because there's no reason, if you didn't, for you guys to be holding up this clean CR. But y'all want to tell the American people that it's for affordable health care to save Medicare and Medicaid.
I work
For the people of
in the
New
17th
York, I work
congressional
for the
district.
people of my district.
Is that why you? Is that
I'm
why
here.
You got 145.
And by the way, I voted
on
for a
Medicaid.
clean CR to keep the government open
Mike,
and funded.
you're-
You voted to shut it
You're
down.
embarrassing yourself right
Yeah,
now.
leader, with all due
Well, as we
respect,
would say
you're
back
the
in Brooklyn,
one,
why you playing yourself?
you're the one
Why you
who
playing
actually
yourself with
voted
these
to shut the
theatrics?
government down.
Actually, you
It's
know
sad.
that's not true.
It's sad. You voted to shut the government down.
do Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the President?
Right, and you're
correct?
smart enough to
Is
know
that
that you
right?
need 60 votes in the Senate, right?
Is that right? No.
Do you need 60 votes in the
Was
Senate or no?
60 votes needed to pass your one big ugly bill?
Reconciliation, which you
Was
did with
six-
the IRA,
was
and
60
boy, that really reduced inflation.
Are you
did a
trying to
great job
elevate
there.
yourself because you're afraid
I'm not
you're
trying
about
to
to lose
elevate
your
myself.
election?
No, I'm not going to lose
me ask you a
re-election. You
question.
spent $42 million last cycle. You didn't do
Mike,
that
let me ask you a
great.
question. Why aren't you running for governor right now?
$42 million
Because you spent
and didn't do that great.
Enjoy
Well,
this
these
job, and I'm
dudes
here to
are
do it. And by the
crazy.
way,
You
and by the
enjoy-
way,
you
you could
enjoy
actually
embarrassing
pass.
yourself?
You could actually pass.
You enjoy being a lackey for
subsidy
Donald
right
Trump?
now
Is that
to
right?
ensure that people don't have healthcare premiums going up. Why won't you support this one-year bill?
Let me ask you a question.
Tom Swazi's on it. Jared Golden.
Let me ask you a question.
Marie
Let me ask you a
Glusenkamp
question.
Perez.
Let me ask you
Are
a
they
question.
wrong?
Your
Don
other-
Davis.
Your other boss.
Are they wrong?
Your other boss, Mike Johnson. I challenged him to a debate
Yeah.
on the floor. Did he send you?
No, I'm here
On
on
his
my
behalf,
behalf
'cause
of
he's
my
afraid to debate,
constituents,
is
because
that
you
right?
shut the government down. And my constituents are suffering as a result of your ridiculous ploy,
If
because
you-
you're so
Amen,
afraid of
brother.
Zohran Mandami. By the way, when are you endorsing him?
By the way.
Do you endorse him for mayor?
First of all, are
You gonna endorse him for mayor?
Listen, you're a complete and total embarrassment right now.
Why is that? Because you don't want to answer the
Is
question?
this supposed to be a video for your
You
failed
don't want
reelection?
to,
Is
you
that
don't,
what's
you
going
don't
on
want to
right
answer
now?
the question? Do you support Zohran? By the way, did you see his
Listen.
statement yesterday?
Listen.
An embarrassment on October 7th, blaming the Jews? You support
Wow.
Are-
that? Should he be the Democratic
first of all-
nominee for mayor?
First of all, I don't answer to you. You
Should
don't
he be
even
the Democratic
answer to
mayor?
yourself.
You
He
don't
be the
even
Democratic
answer to
nominee?
Answer
yourself.
whatever questions I need to answer about
Okay,
the
so you
mayor's
think
rate,
his
about the
statement
Ameri-
yesterday was okay?
First of
All
all,
right.
we're-
That's sad.
first of all,
It's unfortunate.
don't come with this phony
These are bills.
bill. No.
These
no,
are
no.
bills. They're not phony.
It's
They're
not
real
a bill
bills.
that Republicans are even prepared to bring
There's,
to the floor.
there's 11 Republicans on it. There's 4 Democrats. It's a bipartisan bill to extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies.
Do you-
If you believe in
Bro,
it so,
do you
so
understand-
much.
So much. It's a bill we're proposing right now. So rally the troops because you have Republican support. I am a Republican. I'm supporting extending the ACC tax credits and subsidies. This is a bipartisan effort. Why are you, as the leader of the Democrats, not even knowing that this happening? This is crazy.
Why won't you sign on
Do you
to it?
understand, man?
You could get your whole conference to
You
sign
have
on
there are
today.
220
Your whole conference could sign on to
There are
this,
220 Republicans
right?
in the House right now.
You have
You come to a
215
bill with me
Democrats.
With 11?
You have 215
Is that right?
Democrats. Well, how many votes does it take in the
Yeah,
House?
are you-
218.
Are you mathematically challenged, bro?
No, I think you are. You have 215 Democrats. You could all sign on to this today
me a
with
favor.
11 Republicans.
Do
It'd
me
be
a
great.
favor.
It'd be
I've
great.
indulged you. I've given you your 15
You
minutes
haven't,
of
you haven't
fame.
answered any of the questions.
You're a
but sure.
complete and total embarrassment.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing yourself in your district right now, and you're going down to defeat
Oh, I
next
know.
year.
Good.
But with all due respect, brother Hakeem Jeffries, it's you who's the embarrassment. Look at you, man. You're the leader of your party, man. You're not even introducing bills to negotiate. Like, you're doing nothing. All the man is asking you, man, here's a bill that gives you guys what you want, and I have some Republican support. If you guys rally the troops, we might can get this done and get our government back open and get back to doing the American people's business. This is Lawler the Brawler stance on this, man. He's embarrassing yourself. Your boss who sent you here. Dude, stop acting like a kid, man, and grow up, man, and take your fucking responsibility serious. For crying out loud. But you guys can't. You guys can't reach a bipartisan deal. Because you guys are being puppeteered. Now we finna get into it, because what's really going on is that you guys are demanding $1.5 trillion of additional spending and saying that it's for the American people, but it's not. It's for your donors. It's for Big Pharma. It's for big insurance. That's who that $1.5 trillion is going to go to. Whether it be in increased premiums or increased healthcare costs or increased prescription costs, that's who that money gonna go to. That's the problem. Because I don't even know why you guys keep calling it Affordable Care Act. Because since its inception, it has more, the price cost of healthcare is more than doubled. So this Affordable Care Act didn't make health insurance more affordable. It made it more affordable. The Affordable Care Act is obviously a big pharma bill. It's obviously a big health insurance bill. Why is the cost of healthcare rising so high? And I know y'all gonna say, oh, because people getting sicker. No, it's because you people are making us sicker with all this poison and shit in our food. But we're not gonna talk about that because I always wondered what was up. So I went to my trusted buddy, ChatGPT, and I had some interesting questions for my boy, Mr. ChatGPT. Y'all guys, what I found to be the case. Now, I've been seeing these politicians argue so much about the affordability of healthcare, how healthcare prices are skyrocketing. Whether it be insurance, whether it be cost of service, whether it be prescriptions, it keeps skyrocketing. And I said, well, let me see. Why is this industry costs keep increasing so rapidly? So I considered the fact, like maybe we can see where this cost is coming from. So I asked ChatGPT because my first path of discovery was this, y'all. I said, if doctors and nurses are the service provider, and if healthcare prices and premiums keep skyrocketing, then maybe we can find it in their wage growth. Maybe they're just charging us more so they can make more. They should be because they're the ones providing the service. So surely, with this huge increase in costs, surely these doctors and nurses have to be benefiting. I mean, this was the whole purpose of you guys mandating every American to have health insurance. Surely. So what I did, guys, I asked old ChatGPT, can you give me a comparisons? I first asked y'all, I asked from May 10th to now. ChatGPT only gave me to 2023, y'all. So, from the inception of the Affordable Care Act in 2010 and to 2023, physicians have seen their wage grow 37.5%. 13 years, y'all. In less than that, in 9 years, y'all, health insurance have seen their net profits jump 140%. Now tell me who's benefiting from the from the Affordable Care Act. The service providers are not. So who's getting all this money? Health insurance. Of course, because they mandated all of us have health insurance. And when they mandated all of us have health insurance, of course, all of us couldn't afford health insurance. So what we had to do, we had to get subsidized by the American government. So once we get subsidized from the American government, now there's no price control. Now insurance people can, now insurance folks can charge us whatever because it's being subsidized by the government. So if I raise your monthly premiums from $2,400 to $3,500, and the government captures and the government covers that $1,100 for you, like, hey, so to you don't see an increase in costs directly, but you see it through your taxes because you're still the one who's paying for this subsidy. This is why the tax rates and this is why you're being overtaxed and underserved. This is why we're being overtaxed and underserviced, y'all. So indirectly, we're also, not only are we paying this insurance company this $2,400, we're also contributing some of that additional $1,500 that the government is giving the insurance company in subsidies through our tax dollars. So there's no link from the service getting more expensive because the people who provide the service, the doctors and the nurses, we see their wages only increased 37%. But the cost of insurance has skyrocketed way beyond way beyond physicians and nurses or healthcare workers, way beyond their wages. So the people who provide the service is not seeing the benefits. Why are the health insurance premiums constantly going up when the service is not adding any additional costs? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Now check this out. Because that was for doctors. I also wanted to check between nurses. The same thing. Nurses' income increased from 2010 to 2023, 39.5%. The health insurance, another whopping 140. This is absurd. So, so I went to the pharmaceutical companies. I went to the pharmaceuticals. I said, how much did the farmers? I wanted to know, did the pharmaceuticals profit outpace nurses and physicians' wages? And of course, as you can see, 39, 37, 41 for big pharma. Like, and this 41% is only 5 years for big pharma. These is 13-year for nurses and doctors. This is in the last 4 years. Their profits has increased 41.6%. Yeah. I mean, and this is in the last 5 years, from 2017 to 2022. And this is not even good data, because from 2022, from COVID on, man, they really started giving money to the healthcare industry, and most definitely big pharma, especially with all them vaccines and all that crap. All that shit is government funded. All them tests and all that, that's government funded, buddy. If y'all think that's free, y'all tripping. It's coming out of your good old American tax money. You better believe it. So I said, let me see how much and first I went from 2010 to 2023 to see how much the average person was spending on healthcare. And it didn't give me enough. It showed me 7,000. It showed me a doubling increase. So then I went back to 1990, just so this don't seem so biased. I went back to 1990 and seen that the cost of healthcare doubled. I went from 2010 to 23, from 7,000 per person to 14,000. Again, in 13 years, healthcare costs per patient doubled. Remember, the people who's providing the services, the people who's really supposed to be charging us for the service, are the doctors and the nurses. So, and we've seen that even though our costs have doubled, we've seen their wages have not doubled in the same time frame. But we've seen pharmaceutical and the health insurance companies' profits skyrocket to a whopping 140%. Like, this is crazy. So we doing it with the expenditures. We say, oh, so 2004, 7, this is what we spent out of our pocket for health expenditures in the U.S. Capital spending increased from 4,000 to 7,000, increase of about 73% over that decade. In 2010 to 2023, which is about capital rose from 7,888 to 14,570, which is about 85% increase over that period. Now, since I did that, since I wondered, like, okay, like we see that is health insurance and pharmaceuticals who's benefiting mostly from this increase in cost in health insurance. It's not the doctors, it's not the nurses, it's big pharma and big health insurance. So then that made me wonder, like, why are these politicians grandstanding? Why are they risking their political career on this issue when they see that this issue harms the American people? And they supposed to be servicing the American people, not big pharma, not big health insurance. So then I asked my boy ChatGPT, could you give me could you give me the political donations from pharmaceutical companies to which party? So the pharmaceuticals, you had them nearly breaking even in donation for the Republicans and the Democrats. I think the Democrats, which one is this? All right, this is the health insurance. Like, okay. Then I asked them, show me the campaign contributions. Now, overall, farming sector is one of the largest health industry political donors. In recent cycles, the sector's money has tended to favor Democrats. The farm and health products sector is one of the largest health industry political donors. In recent cycles, the sector's money has tended to favor Democrats, especially in the broader health grouping. Now we go to insurance. Overall pattern. The insurance industry has consistently given more to Republicans than to Democrats. Across most cycles since the early 1990s, in recent cycles, the split has been roughly in the mid-40s range to Democrats and mid-50s range to Republicans. So almost split between health insurance. But pharmaceutical, but Big Pharma is tending to give a lot of their money to that. Like, let's see. In 2020, they roughly gave $89 million in campaign contributions in that cycle. And overall, the health sector has favored Democrats in recent cycles. 60% of health sector contributions to Democrats in 2020 and 2022. And y'all, just to let y'all know, that percentage changed dramatically in 2024. I think it's at like 70% of health sector contributions went to Democrats. Like, this is what I'm telling you. Like, these people have already sold us out. They got to do the bidding of Big Pharma and Big Insurance. And I'm not just talking about the Democrats. It's a lot of traditional Republicans in this same bracket. Because we see insurance people are giving more money to Republicans than Democrats. And we know insurance companies are the ones that largely benefit from these cost increase in health insurance, in healthcare costs, along with Big Pharma. So we ain't got to do nothing but follow the money. And then we can figure out why the government shut down. Like, yeah, we got to stop falling for the okie doke. These people don't have our best interest at mind at all. Because on some for real shit, y'all, this government lockdown has nothing to do with us. This is all this is big corporations trying to take an opportunity, man, to siphon money up out of our government again, man. If they can't get it from the people, what they do? They tax the people who gives it to the government, and they get it from the government, y'all. And what do the American people get? Absolutely none. A whole bunch of taxation and absolutely no representation. Generation after generation after generation after fucking-ration. Enough is enough, man. Will you politicians please stop the bullshit and get back to the American people's business? Because if you guys don't, you guys are going to be up for a surprise come midterms. You liberals keep playing. Y'all keep playing. I'm telling you. But y'all, with all that, man, y'all know your boy, man. I got to digress, man. This video, again, got a little longer than I anticipated, man. But y'all know me, man. Once I get to running my mouth, man, I get to running my mouth. But with that, man, I appreciate y'all, man, joining me for another episode, man, of Uncommon Nonsense, man. Your boy, Big Meaty, man, got to get on up out of here, man. But before I leave, man, y'all know my slogan, man. Stay out your body. Reside in your spirit. It's where your potential at, y'all. Until next time, y'all. Peace, my beloved. Go like and subscribe. I would appreciate it.